Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Final Fantasy XVI. I'm your host, Starnum Lander, and it's time to continue.
It will be over soon. One way or another.
You ready?
I think so.
Jill, when you told me you had to come to terms with your past, you weren't talking about destroying Drake's breath, were you?
No. I spoke of Imran, the leader of the Crystalline Orthodox. The man who made me do all those unspeakable things. I'm going to kill him. It's what I need to do to put the past behind me. What I need to move forward. And I know that I can do it. If you're there beside me.
Always.
And I'll be beside you, too. We'll bring down the Mother Crystal together. All while Sid looks on.
We'll make him proud. Useful trick. Freezing and thawing the spray to make mist. How did you learn to use your powers like this?
The Masters made me do it. When the Crusaders took to the seas, to keep the fleet's movements from prying eyes. I'm fine.
No, you're not.
This may be the only chance I get to go back. My only chance to put things right. I have to do this. Whatever the cost.
All right.
There she is. The Iron Kingdom's Mother Crystal.
Drake's breath. Strong currents, sharp rocks, and ether floods. Let's not forget them. This island is a natural fortress.
But safety breeds complacency, allowing a single rowing boat to slip in unseen. The sanctuary is inside the mountain. If we follow the old trail, we should be able to enter by the back gate.
All right. Let's go.
Fire and ice.
I always imagined when I came here it would be to reclaim it.
It used to belong to Rosaria, didn't it?
Once, though it's been in the Ironblood's clutches for far too long.
As was I. For 13 years, this rock was my home. I know its secrets only too well. This path was abandoned after an ether flood. They don't guard it anymore.
The perfect little shortcut. They're all Akashic.
The ether flood must have spread. It was never as bad as this before. And the only way past them is through them.
Get him! Was that an earthquake?
They happen all the time. That wasn't even a bad one. It's nothing to worry about. Out of our way.
Stay down! Too slow. To me, Blades! I needed that. Get him!
old arboretum is just up ahead. We'll enter the caves.
I was like, is he gonna die? We got the Breath of the Wind aerial blast. Gouge, I'll put that in place of gouge. That reduces the cooldown of aerial blast by 11 seconds. I think this Berserker ring is... Timberland increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. Yeah, so I noticed after I put this Berserker ring on that when I dodge, I'm like using ignition or something. You'll notice like a more dramatic dodge animation, and then whenever I lunge with R1 and R2 after that, it's almost like the flames come off of him. So it's like he's using the special move ignition, which is really cool. So I'm kind of digging this Berserker's ring. Because you'll notice a normal precision dodge without it, he doesn't light up on flames. And then, yeah, with the lunge, it depends on which control scheme you have, whichever one where you attack with R1 and R2. And so
Look at this place.
You lunge with both of them at the same time.
What a mess.
Wait.
It's turned.
Nothing a shelter for Zarya can't handle. Just like old times. Be sure to keep clear of his maw.
Believe me, I mean to.
We needed that.
That's foul.
Don't breathe it in.
See it there. I did it a couple times. Unfortunately, I forgot to restock my curatives before the battle, so I'm low on potions, so I gotta be careful.
Bet you're all ready.
You'll notice how, like I said, the regular lunge just looks like that. And so whenever I get the precision dodge with the Berserker's Ring, get the ignition lunge. Oh, that's dope. There it is again. Woo!
I still can't believe they can jump. Don't these things have roots? Nice try.
Ooh, that was close. But the Akashic Mortal has been slain.
Press on.
Yes. It's like a furnace in here.
We're inside the volcano. You get used to the heat, though I don't remember it being quite this hot.
Was that one cause for concern?
It was. And they're getting bigger. Something's wrong.
Okay, so now I'm like, I want to go down there and get that item.
If we must.
Okay, so another thing I noticed too is whenever you get, we'll call it the ignition trigger. When you get the ignition trigger off of that Berserker's ring, so the precision dodge and you get the flames around you and everything. Ooh, it's like it's not just one like a ignition lunge or whatever. You kind of get, man. Sorry, I gotta focus up for a second here. You get like a few moves. It's almost like you get a couple of semi-primed attacks. You know, like you'll notice some of my attacks are flaming as well. Watch right here. I'll try to do it. There. This thing is just not giving me an inch.
Too slow. To me, boy. Nice try. Nice try. To me, Blades! That's better. Fuck. Is there no other way across?
Jill with the semi-prime Shiva.
Come on!
Let's not do that again.
No. Let's not. They don't look too tough.
Perhaps not alone, but in numbers like these.
So well. Rotor! Stay down!
I can't go on.
Wait, what the heck was that? Where did that giant fireball come from? Sorry guys, I don't know what the heck that was about. Here, did they give me some potions? Oh, cool. See, oh, there were bombs. Okay. I was kind of just waiting on the part where I died because I forgot to restock before we came up here. I don't even care if they take it out of my guild or whatever. Just glad to get the restock. You know, take a quick KO, no biggie. Yeah, I was like, where is this giant fireball coming from? There was some bombs. And if you're not careful, they will explode on you.
This one.
Well, we aren't going this way.
Let's look for another path. Drake's breath.
We're nearly at the oratory.
What the hell is that?
I have absolutely no idea.
Well, whatever it is, I don't think it's friendly. Too slow. Nice try. Too slow. Nice try.
Too slow.
Level up. Big dumb ooze. Let's see how the mithril wristlets compare. They're actually better. The appearance of mithril in Valisthea is a fairly recent occurrence, its history only going back as far as the fall of the first Mother Crystal and the emergence of the Deadlands. This led some of the crystalline orthodoxy to preach that the Blight is somehow involved in its creation, therefore making it both impure and unholy. Ooh, my favorite. Let's strap it. Oh, here we go again.
They never leave the lava.
If I didn't know better, I think this volcano was about to erupt.
Why attack us then? They're peaceful creatures.
Then this one must be the exception.
I'll wager. Nice try.
Man, this thing can move around like, whoa. For such a big fire lizard, it sure can jump and spin around. Flame lizard slain. He didn't want to chill though. That thing had no chill. Gnarled scale, covered in countless scars. These scales tell a tale of supremacy and survival, albeit one now ended.
Are you hurt?
Just hot. Thank you.
Quite a commotion our friend made. Let's hope the guards didn't hear it.
The gate to the inner chambers is just up there. Then we make for the sanctuary. I need to finish this. Before the heat finishes me.
Hear, hear.
We'll enter the Comric by the Handmaiden's living quarters. It was always a hive of activity.
Sounds like we'll have a hard time staying out of sight.
We won't have to. There's someone there I should very much like to see. Lady Marley. It's me.
By the mother. Jill, it can't be.
It is, my lady.
We cannot talk here. Come with me. I'm so glad you're safe.
And I you.
Why ever would you risk coming back? Are you a fool, girl? Or have you grown tired of your freedom already?
Forgive me, my lady. But I had to come back. There are things I left undone. Tell me, where is the Patriarch?
At this hour, he'll be in the Comric, giving thanks.
You mean... Oh, that fiend! Clive, we have to get to the sanctuary. Now. Lady Marley, you must flee this place, gather your things and go.
Now listen here, Jill.
We have company.
This way. Follow this passage. It leads straight to the Comric. Go on, stop dawdling.
Thank you. You were always so kind to me. My light in the darkness. Take care, my lady, please. You deserve better than this. A long and happy life, promise me.
I'll live if you promise to do the same.
Why does it sound like they're shooting? They got guns. No, I guess they're just banging. Banging and clanging.
Come on, Clive. We're nearly at the Comric.
All right. Here's our welcoming party.
I've had enough of their hospitality.
Stay down! How many of them are there?
Too many.
I needed that. Too slow. Garuda! Fire and shoot! This one.
Love that gothic music playing in the background. Or whatever you call it.
Clive, there's something I need you to know.
Almost sounds like some
I saw the
Castlevania.
Patriarch do things no one should have to see. And so I swore that he would die by my hand.
I understand. I faced my demons, and you must face yours.
We're nearly there. Just one last push.
To me, Blades! Shiva's dominant. Come to beg forgiveness for your failure.
For years, I followed your orders. Fought your wars. All to protect the children you took. Just as you took me. And what did you do in return? You put them in chains and you slit their throats!
Fiend.
Their souls were sullied with a stain of ether. I merely cleansed them of their corruption. A penance paid, just as the Holy Mother wills it! Repent, abomination! For a monster like you to set foot in the Holy Cymric is in itself a crime deserving of death.
You're right. I am a monster. And my soul is stained black. Though not by ether. But by the evil of men like you, who made me close my heart and drown in darkness when I should have raged against it. This is my penance. I will be your monster no more. Nor will I suffer you to create another.
Does the beast bare its teeth at its master? Come then, Dominant. Rage, be as you have ever been. A monster!
And what are you, Imran? I was forced to kill. You do it by choice. But never again. I bowed to you once. Now it is you who shall bow to me!
Kill them.
Hell yeah. Tell her, girl. Tell him, girl. Shiva.
Now!
Right.
Fully pride.
Kill! Defeat! Come on. Remember how it felt? Why? Why can't I do it? Please, just once.
She won't be able to hold that lava back forever. We'd better make this quick. Too slow. Nice try. Well done, Tom. Damn it.
Go.
All right. I won't take long. slow. Nice try. Too slow. Too slow. Too slow. Nice try. Attack! Over here!
Man, sometimes they just don't want to stop moving around, do they? Liquid flame. A flame trapped mid-dance, both aerial and corporeal, fleeting and enduring, but very much alive.
Jill!
I'm going to finish this, Clive. Here. Use this.
It sounded like the Mother Crystal cried out.
Are you watching, Sid? You're one step closer to freedom.
The crystal. What did you do to it?
Oh, we destroyed it.
What? But... Monster! Monster! Do you have any idea what you have done?
I do, Father. I have killed the monster and become an outlaw. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
It's over.
It is.
And Shiva exacted her price.
She did.
Again, the burden fell to you.
And I bore it willingly. This was a sin for which I had to atone. Now I can continue at your side with my head held high. Clive, look.
It's just like the one at Phoenix Gate. Damn it. We need to leave.
Agreed.
I kept my promise, and now you keep yours.
Don't worry, Jill's still with us.
This way, Your Grace.
You're bleeding. I have a tonic which will...
I thank you for your kindness, truly. But I assure you, I will survive. Please, save your medicines for those who need them most.
Oh, well, if you're sure...
For a moment there, I felt my brother's presence.
You did.
I fear he is in Ultima's thoughts again. But why now, after 5 years of silence? I cannot keep him sealed away much longer.
Your Grace.
No, do not dirty your hands. Look at them all. Like a river flowing to the sea.
Or moths to a flame, perhaps. The crystalline dominion their light in the darkness. More and more lose their homes to the blight and set out in search of sanctuary, while others lose their fortunes to the Dhalmekian levies and leave to find new livelihoods. What is it that you seek in the Dominion, Your Grace?
Oh, Dion Lesage.
You mean the Crown Prince of Sanbreque?
He has many titles. Dion the Bold, Prince of Dragoons, Odin's Nemesis, or simply Bahamut. I met him once, when we were children. He was a chivalrous soul even then, and has served his empire indefatigably ever since.
And you are confident that he will listen to what you have to say?
Our world lurches ever closer to the abyss, and a hidden hand ushers us onward. Ultima's influence extends to every nation, Sanbreque included. If His Highness is the man I believe him to be, and I pray that he is, this truth will not have escaped his notice. As the mother crystals fall, the eternal flame wavers, and the azure sky begins to bruise. How lucky we were to be blessed by the crystals, and yet how spoiled. Like canaries in a gilded cage, growing fat on seed. But now, the bars are closing in, and we must take flight. Painful though it be to leave our home behind, it is what we must do to be free. Which is it that men cannot live without? A blessing that leads to damnation, or a freedom that leads to deprivation? I do not yet know the answer to that question. Do you, Clive?
Your Grace, let us find a place to rest a while. We can return by the Dhalmekian trail once you have recovered your strength. I realize your duty is pressing, but if your health should fail...
I know. Thank you, Yote.
The army's attempt to breach the Empire's defenses and gain the Isles of Ark has failed yet again.
Only because your fleet has proved as impotent as a eunuch on laying night. Would you rather we simply fell back to the capital?
Enough, both of you. All here agree that the Empire cannot be allowed to maintain its illegitimate claim on the Dominion. However, our casualties mount with each passing day.
There is a literal sea twixt you and your prize. The armies of Sanbreque need but sit back and watch as you harmlessly lap against their walls. They are dug in like ticks and seek to draw out this siege, knowing the capital's stores are nigh bottomless. And what of our wise rulers? Goaded into war without any thought as to what chaos it might reap. Republican soldiers starve while waiting for orders from Randalar.
If you would but take the field, their bellies would be full by nightfall.
If I take the field, so too will Bahamut, and our duel will shake the island to its foundations. Instead of liberating the Dominion, you would doom it to destruction. Unless that is what you desire.
If our learned advisor has a solution to propose, we should be glad to consider it.
Is that the Emperor's?
What is the meaning of this, Lord Kupka?
What it means is that I am disinclined to advise you any longer. Ah, the looks on their faces when you walked through those doors. A perfect picture of stupefaction. They could not believe their eyes. Though I confess, I had my own doubts whether or not you would accept my invitation. Such shocking news. Sid isn't a son of a whore. He's the son of an empress. Your own dear Clive.
Absurd. Who fed you these lies? I have never spent a moment among criminals, save at the gallows. I came here with my son, not to entertain your baseless accusations, but to put an end to the senseless hostilities between our nations.
Very well. You need only agree to the terms I set out. Sid took the life of someone dear to me, a woman by the name of Benedicta. I swore to take his in turn. This would not be disagreeable to you, I take it. You would finally be rid of the stain on your noble name. In return, I will leave Sanbreque in your capable hands. Your Imperial Majesty.
And all for the love of a common whore. Dominant or no, one cannot hide one's breeding. And beasts will ever belong with beasts. There are greater things in store for you, my darling Olivier. Soon enough, you shall be the crown prince of Sanbreque. And when your father goes to meet Great Griga, you shall be emperor of all you survey. The old order shall come tumbling down, and you will rebuild the world in your glorious image. Soon.
That's all she cares about. She's got another kid now with the Emperor. All she cares about his lineage.
She's been in there for hours. Something must be wrong.
after the storm.
Is it true what I'm hearing, Sid? You cracked another crystal?
If you need out, just ask Nan. She's got a load of new stock in.
Well, don't just stand there gawping.
How about Drake's breath? One on the pat on the back, do ya? Well, I suppose you deserve one. Just don't let it get to your head.
From what I hear,
You'd have been lost without Jill, to say nothing of yours truly. If it wasn't for me keeping you fed and kitted out, you'd neither of you have stood a chance. But fair's fair. You took the chance I gave you and brought the whole bloody mountain down. Bet the Ironblood couldn't believe their eyes. They'll just have to find something else to worship. Course, there's plenty of other folks in these fair isles who still reckon those rocks are worth more than their weight in diamonds. So you keep doing what you're doing and show them how wrong they are. It's coin they want to put their faith in, and as long as you keep coughing it up, my faith will stay with you.
go on then. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. Is that all?
Clive?
Sure about Drake's breath?
Must have been hot.
Fighting in the belly of that crag. Might be work for you as a smith when you have hang up the old sword. But I'm betting that won't be for a while.
Know how hard it can be.
Trying to fill another man's boots. But I reckon you've grown into Sid's nicely. He'd be proud.
A Sancfordian, do you? Should last you a good while. No scratches, all right? Yeah, that should do you. You can thank me later. That it? Fine.
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the Hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear? You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me?
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both.
They said they'd give us new clothes. But we've no coin.
Ah, my favorite pupil.
How may I help you today?
Of course.
The Drake's last breath. Drake's breath crumbles, and with it the crystalline orthodoxy. On the far side of the storm, the fist of the Republic still lays siege to the Dominion, little knowing that their hero, Hugo Kupka, has learned of his nemesis' true identity, and come to a secret agreement with Empress Annabella.
Here you are.
Drake's breath crumbles, and with it, the crystalline orthodoxy. Same thing. The fall of Drake's breath. Clive and Jill journey to Drastanis and gain access to the holy sanctuary with a little help from Jill's old friend Marley. There they cut down both the Mother Crystal and Jill's former captor and tormentor, Patriarch Emmerine, before making good their escape from the collapsing volcano.
Very good.
Any new hunts? Did you know that with every forward step you take, Kupo, every crystal cracked, every friend made, every enemy failed, the curse breakers are expanding their operations too? Which means more bearers being freed and more slavers being punished. But it also means more billets for the board, Kupo. Of course.
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself.
Understood. And thank you.
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
If it hurts, you can tell me, I'll understand.
I can bear it.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Clive, where are you?
In here.
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
What?
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me.
Seems that way. Reckon old Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
Ah, it's a trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
I'm going to Rosalith.
You're not serious. That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Look, I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I'm not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt. Hugo Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
All right. I should probably speak to Otto before leaving. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into.
Back to Rosalith, then. Whatever has become of her.
First he wrecked our home, now he's wrecking yours. But he's not going to get away with it this time.
How did I know? I just had a feeling there'd be a side quest down in the backyard.
Sid, I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did.
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands. Apparently, the Duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a Morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, Imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the Duchy on other business...
Tell me of these Morganbeards, then.
But of course. If my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures. Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
How do? Fare thee well.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here have to look after each other.
It'll take ages to tidy all this stuff up.
All right, Sid. Yeah!
The marshes near the Abbey are certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for Morgan beards. Size of a goblin's eye. Not this goblin. He certainly wasn't wrong about them being attracted to the flowers, though. Too slow.
Over here!
Too slow. Bright yellow. These are our Morgan beards, all right. Well, I've gone to this much trouble. Might as well gather it. There's something familiar about this scent. It reminds me of home. Hopefully this will be enough. I've had my fill of goblins.
And what can I do for you? Come back again.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Look at this place.
Let's hope the Draper has Hortense's cloth.
Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps some seersucker or herringbone?
Just some linen. 2 bolts. Already paid for in full.
Apologies, my lord, but your items aren't here. They were due to arrive on a caravan from Bocklad, but there's been little traffic on the road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits, but she always thinks it's bandits.
It usually is. So I assume the caravan will be coming from the south.
Yes, hopefully carrying all manner of spice and sundries. Wait, you aren't thinking of...
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh, well then, be safe.
That damn bird's a menace!
She meant nothing by it, I swear.
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they hardly damaged us all.
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're going to be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
But it was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that featherbrain trampled me. I demand recompense, be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
These goods are expected in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bocklad, would you?
I am, but did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
So the fool has protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend, but we'll be the ones taking it. Oi! Killer! It's time to collect.
I told you not to call me that. And we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
Bandits!
As I told one of your customers, it usually is. Let's get this over with.
I'll deal with the bird lover. You take the handsome one, killer.
Stop calling me that.
A little sound they make at the end when they die.
All right. You made your point. Killer my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the Great Lender not sent you. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it. You must allow me to reward you.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach. I'll accompany you there.
So you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here, you'd be buying your order back from them at twice the price. Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Boklad. Farewell.
Oh, I almost forgot. I suppose you'll be wanting your linen. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the delivery. I've also added a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle. Free of charge.
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
That's that done then. Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
There was a time when cloth like that would have commanded a king's ransom. But now all the nobles have moved south and there's no one left to buy it.
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Cid. What brings you to the gardens?
I found your flowers.
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Finding them was the easy part, but it's odd. They remind me of my childhood somehow. I don't remember these flowers specifically, but we must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals. And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
The root of the problem completed. Morganbeard extract. Adding but a drop of this concentrated extract to any curative or performance-enhancing potion will increase its potency, or so it insists Nigel of the backyard. Consumable potency enhanced. Potion potency. You have obtained a vial of Morgan Beard extract, hereby increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore more HP, while strength, stone skin, and lionheart tonics last longer.
Let us know if you find any volunteers.
Is it business or pleasure? Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Hunting down bearers, stringing them up.
Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
Don't worry. I have it. I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
A bundle of cloth. 2 bolts of the finest desert linen, one dyed bright crimson and the other a deep indigo. Ordered by Hortense for use in the tailoring dresses. As thanks for securing the delivery, the clothier has added scraps of silk velvet and embroidery to the bundle.
Let's see here. 1 bolt of red, 1 bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost. If that devilit of a draper expects me to pay for these...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all 3 to good use. Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
I don't know. This one, I suppose.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The 2 of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Not quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess then, isn't she? I could tell, you know. Some people just had that air about them. Not many round here, mind. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station. But she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift. Either way, I'm sure she won't turn it down.
We'll see, I suppose.
Lady Hortense said she'd give us our dresses soon. Said they'd be made of linen. Not sackcloth. I've never had a dress made of linen.
Well, now you will, youngin'. Alright, guys, let's head to the library. We'll talk to Tomes and catch up on the lore, and then we'll call it a night. How's that sound?
How good it is to see you, Clive.
Did you hear about Drake's breath?
And so, it is done.
A feat 5 long years in the making. With the Mother Crystal's final cry, a legacy is passed from the outlaw to the next.
Yet the tale is far from over.
And though we cannot know if it will end in triumph or tragedy, I only pray that I am there to bear witness.
I have a few new notes that might interest you.
Hideaway Highbrow.
Here is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
The Holy Order of Shields. The Holy Order of Shields of the Blackened Pinion, the official name of the Order of Knights established in the Imperial Province of Rosaria, who persecute and purge bearers and those who shield them, commonly known as the Black Shields after the color of their armor, a hue seemingly chosen to differentiate this new elite order from the silver-clad dragoons. Unlike the heroic dragoons, however, they are feared and loathed throughout the Imperial Province. Kriegluistge, the capital city of Heron, or the Iron Kingdom, located on the boiling sea island of Ironholm, several hundred leagues off the western coast of Rosaria. Its name means charred rock in the Hirani tongue. Drake's Eye, a mother crystal which stood in the frozen wastes of northern storm, lands now lost to the blight. Soon after the mother first fell, the tribes of the north, in a bid of desperation, marched south into Rosaria, Shiva's dominant at their fore. The terrible battle ensued in which fire was pitted against ice, but eventually the Phoenix and the ducal armies succeeded in driving back the invaders for a time.
What subject shall we consider today?
Annabella Lesage, Empress of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, formerly the Duchess of Rosaria, before she betrayed her nation and gifted it to the Empire. To the Empire. For a short while after the fall of the duchy, she was taken into the protection of the imperial crown, a pretense that ended with her bargained remarriage to Emperor Silvestri, the birth of Prince Olivier, and her return to rule over Rosaria as vicereine. See, this is what I like to see. Mostly caught up. Just one or two new updates. High Priest Emerine, Patriarch of the Crystalline Orthodox, a zealous believer in the Orthodox's teaching that bears and dominants are unclean creatures born of sin. He conducted the sacrificial slaughter of bears, claiming that he was merely cleansing them of their corruption. Slain by Jill Warwick on her return to the Iron Kingdom, in answer not only for the crimes he committed, but those he forced her to commit in the name of his crusade. The Silvermane, chieftain of the Northern Territories and Jill Warwick's father, after his homeland's raids into Rosaria were finally quelled by the duchy, his daughter was taken as a ward of the Rossfield family to ensure that he would never raise arms against them again. Marley. Born in the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, Marley was kidnapped by the Ironblood during their invasion 18 years before and taken back to the island of Justanis, where she was forced to serve as a handmaiden for the priests of the Crystalline Orthodox. There she met with young Jill Warwick and took her under her wing, caring for the terrified child as if she were the mother Jill never knew. Did we miss one? Where's it at? Olivier Lesage, second son of Emperor Silvestri of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque, and third of Empress Annabella, making him half-brother to both Prince Dion and Clive. His mother has involved him in the affairs of the imperial court since he was a small child. Lay of the land. Rondella, capital of the Dalmatian Republic. It is a thriving hub of commerce, where merchants and traders gather from across Valisthea. Its streets bustle with life even late into the night. When the twinkle of countless lanterns illuminates the landscape, the nation's affairs are managed from the Ministry of Law in the heart of the city, wherein sits the Parliament of Ministers. The Iron Kingdom, after the fall of Drake's Breath, an island nation situated off the west coast of Storm, with its capital at Kriegluske. In the year 878, its mother crystal Drake's Breath was destroyed in an attack launched by Sid the Outlaw. The loss of the crystal and of the Patriarch, chief of the priests who served it, plunged the kingdom into chaos, leaving this monarchy wanting for a leader beyond its political impotent royalty. Drake's Breath, after the mother's fall, a mother crystal that once commanded the waters between Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom. After centuries of bitter conflict, the Iron Blood took control of the crystal and the island upon which it stood. That is, until the year 878, when the sacred spire was brought crashing down by none other than Sid the Outlaw. The fall of Drake's Breath. The mother crystal Drake's Breath, held by the Iron Kingdom since before the fall of the Duchy of Rosaria, was destroyed in the year 878, when its heart was shattered. The ensuing destruction took with it not just Mount Dristanus, but the entire Isle of Ban Leode. Emerine, patriarch of the faith known as the Crystalline Orthodoxy, was also killed in the attack. Mount Dristanus, a solitary volcanic isle rising from a brutal and unforgiving sea, known in the Iron Blood tongue as Ban Leode. It was once a province of Rosaria, but eventually fell to the Crusaders, who considered it both a gateway to the continent of Storm and, more importantly, the wellspring of their faith, the mother crystal known as Drake's Breath. It's gone now. The Crystal Road, a protected trade route designed to allow easy access to the crystalline dominion for travelers and merchants. An agreement between the nations safeguards the land around it, known as the Crystal Belt, from military encroachment, and as such it features neither fortress nor checkpoints. However, in recent years it has been overrun with refugees fleeing the Blight, an issue that has yet to be satisfactorily resolved. The Boiling Sea, the sea that lies between Rosaria's western coast and the distant isles of the Iron Kingdom. For centuries have the navies of the Duchy and the Crusade traded blows on these unnaturally tepid waters, which lap at the foot of the Mount Dristanus, home to the mother crystal of Drake's Breath. Lots of qualifiers in these sentences. And at last, the bestiary, Liquid Flame. An ever-shifting mass of living flame that rose from the fiery pools of Drake's Breath in what appeared to be response to an unwarranted trespass into the Mother Crystal's inner sanctum. Possessed with both the swiftness and temper of an untamed wildfire, the creature rained fury down upon the intruders, wielding the molten lifeblood of sacred Mount Dristanus like it were but fistfuls of mud. Yeah, it was a cool fight. Antelopes. Like antelope-type creatures. Dragonets, lesser dragons known for their nimbleness and flight. Those specimens of the Sambrec subspecies known more commonly as the worm, or worm, are somewhat easily tamed, and as such widely employed in battle by the Imperial legions. Flawn. Oh, he's pretty. Massive, amorphous beings capable of bending and distorting the gelatinous forms into almost any shape imaginable, making them not only notoriously difficult to find, but almost entirely impossible to kill, as most cuts merely melt back into the existing flesh within a matter of moments. These creatures can be found in all corners of Valisthea, though their heightened sensitivity to the subtleties of their environs means that their outward hue can vary wildly from region to region, hence the variety of names, Roveros, Gelato, and Fool, by which they are known. Slime, ooze, gelatinous, cubes, whatever, they all come from the same families, right? Alright, guys. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up.
Shall ever be open.
Thanks for watching if you did. Hope you had a good time. Had quite a exciting encounter in Mount Drastanis. Defeated the Liquid Flame. Vindicated Jill, liberating her from some of her ghosts at least. Killing the evil Emerine. So hopefully no one else will fall victim to his torturous ways. But yeah, guys, we'll pick it up here next time. Hopefully, if I can remember, we'll actually get to some of the hunts. And hopefully some more exciting story missions. Until next time, everyone, thanks for watching, and take care.